Hello. 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 We have a very serious online stalking situation going on, and I've been talking about this for a while, guys. I've been talking about this for quite a while. YouTube has done nothing. Google has done nothing. The Pennsylvania State Police, this person has been reported to the Pennsylvania State Police. Um, this person has been reported to the FBI. And it has continued. So today around 3 or 4 a.m., I received an email doxing in the email my real first full name, first name, middle name, and last name in the email, the whole thing. The whole thing. And I want to remind you guys that it's not funny to go around the internet. Like, I know you retarded teenagers and stuff, you just graduated high school or you're in high school or something. I want to remind you that you're dealing with the real world here and you're dealing with adults and consequences. When you go around and you start harassing people, you will go to jail. Period. Okay? So I want to warn you right now, definitively, if you are a bunch of people jumping on this whole term, this low-cal term, I have a very, very stark, harsh warning for you. This is a key word that people use for stalking. All you're doing is online stalking. You're harassing people, you're doxing them, you're trying to get them murdered. You're trying to get them to kill themselves. You're trying to get other people to murder them. You are trying to stalk, dox, and harass people you simply don't like and don't agree with. While there are real terrorists on here, real ones, trying to get people actually murdered. So I want to remind you 100% that the very second that you say locale, you are stalking. You will be blocked. I will never speak to you again. If you, by any means, promote this, talk about this, you are a stalker. You have a problem. And your entire channel is stalking people. This is a stalker term. So, since you all seem to be very fucking confused and you want to follow cookie plays, a stalker, let me define what an actual locale is for you retards in the back that just graduated high school. You know, again, you're too goddamn fucking frail to actually face anybody real. If you did, you get knocked out like that in seconds. And I got news for you. If I hit you, you're dead. If I wanted it. You're fucking with the wrong person. So, with that being said, let's discuss what a locale is and why we don't use this term. Because at 3 a.m., a stalker sent me an email telling me I'm on some locale thing. So we're going to break this down for you. And we're going to define what a locale is because you people seem to be too fucking stupid to figure this out. So, a locale, defined by Google itself. Right there it is. A locale, defined by Google itself, is internet slang for a person whose eccentric, foolish, and controversial behavior is repetitively provoked, exploited exploited by online communities to milk them for amusement, reactions, and mockery. This is literal harassment. Somebody didn't punch you in the face in high school because you harassed them. That's what's going on here. We got a bunch of fucking beta people getting on the internet that think that they know, no, they're going to get fucking checked real hard. And you're going around insulting the wrong people. An actual Sifu of martial arts. You want to come to my actual house and say it to my goddamn fucking face? You little bitch. Get over here right now. I'll film the entire fucking thing, you little bitch. You want to go around threatening people? You better show the fuck up for it, you little bitch. They can consistently react with extreme anger, denial, or public meltdowns when provoked. Wonder what we've been talking about. I wonder what this whole thing's been about. Where YouTube promotes it, the more we escalate our voice and have this response. And when we're having a good stream, the bit rate's flying around all over the place. We're getting hacked. They're stealing views, lying. Remember, we never spent time on stream talking at this volume, having this reaction whatsoever until stream after stream after stream, hacking, non-stop hacking, spamming of my chat, real names, doxing real names, a scammer making a personation account, doxing my street address, my entire family, friends, family, real fucking names, zooming in on pictures of people in the middle of streams, typing their relationships to other people using children, actually doing it with children too. All because I saw this pattern and I saw what they were doing. Now, what is the state police going to do about it? What the fuck is the Pennsylvania State Police going to actually fucking do about this? Because I have news for you, Pennsylvania State Police. I have fucking news for you, retards, who don't investigate anything, throw somebody in jail for no reason, no evidence. You lie, fucking liars. I have news for you, you faggots. Yep, not only are we confirming that this is online stalking, tracking, frequent crosses from online laughter into severe real-world harassment, doxing, and psychological abuse. I have news for you, faggots. You want to know what else the internet said as far as jurisdiction? Let's take a look. Let's take a look, Pennsylvania State Police. Oh, online stalking and harassment do not automatically fall under federal jurisdiction. They only become federal crimes under specific conditions, such as when the perpetrator crosses state lines, uses interstate communication systems like the internet or phones to issue threats, violates specific federal statutes. Most routine online harassment cases are handled by local and state police. State and local police address general cyberbullying, local threats, and localized harassment under state criminal codes. So I have news for you, faggots. You didn't do anything. 'Cause you're literally fucking faggots. Sitting on your asses. Meanwhile, I'm getting fucking followed around in real life. People are swerving around all over the place. Passing me illegally. Oh yeah, and conveniently the day when my fucking memory card is full in my fucking dash cam. Conveniently, even though the feature on the fucking dash cam literally says you don't ever have to do that. It's just gonna overwrite the old ones. Piece of garbage. And so fucking many people contributed to this lol-cal term and behavior. So let's go over the emails, shall we? Let's go ahead and analyze the email that my email address received at 4 a.m. Yeah, let's go over that. And remember, I removed my full name. We're not gonna be showing that here. This person doxed my full fucking name in the email. So I've obviously removed that from the link and from what they tried to dox here. But I tried to, I reported to Proton. I reported on here that this person was using Proton and abusing it long ago. Long ago. Physically even using my credentials, because I had flags telling me that they were. They didn't do anything. Well, here it is. The email literally came directly from fucking Proton. Right there it is. Right there. If possible, stream it. I will send confetti. Oh, so you mean exactly like what we see here every second of every fucking stream. somebody spamming and abusing my ability to have things that promote the fucking stream. Spamming chat with malicious shit so that I have to have it on subscriber mode permanently. I have to block and remove people that come in on real name accounts because of you. Because you didn't do anything. Because of the Pennsylvania State Police. Because of YouTube. Because of this stalker. Because everybody that I just named did nothing. Fucking disgusting. And look at how high my view count is today. Look at this. Look how high my view count is. Look at what YouTube does. And right here it is. No funny business. Right there it is. Not even a huge delay today. Nothing's lagging behind, boy. They're really promoting the fuck out of this. Out of me getting stalked and harassed and having this response. Boy, they are really fucking promoting this. Look at this. This stalker is trying to literally get me to talk about, this is the most obvious attempt. First of all, Kiwi Farms, this is literally, okay, so let's go ahead and do a little bit of a research on that now, okay? Here we go, kiwifarms.st. Is it safe? Here we go, kiwifarms.st. Is it safe? Oh, no! kiwifarms.st is not considered a safe and reputable website. It is an alternate domain for Kiwi Farms. Imagine that. A notorious online forum explicitly centered on targeting, harassment, stalking, and doxing of internet figures, activists, and private individuals. Gee, I wonder if Kiwi Farms should literally just be fucking shut down. I wonder if they need to get fucking sued. Yeah, I wonder if, whoever owns the domain for Kiwi Farms is gonna find a cease and desist letter from a lawyer and is literally going to be fucking sued and shut the fuck down. What the fuck? And you're actually so fucking stupid. You'd fall for the scam. All these fucking teenagers line up. Locale, ha ha ha. So the next time I'm in Ricky Berwick's stream and I hear people going off about locale and they're not getting blocked, oh yeah, huge scam network going on right there. Huge fucking scam network going in there. Huge. I hear it all the fucking time. All the time. Everywhere. And it ain't his fault. It's the fact that literally you expect Google, YouTube, trash platform should be sued by every law enforcement and every senator in this fucking country. Because they are fucking sitting here and not doing anything about the fact that they expect streamers to know about this, to just know the term and know it's scammy. What the fuck? Shut it the fuck down. The entire site is for stalking and harassment? That's literally called a criminal is running a website for terrorism. That's what it's called, retards. The fuck do you think that is? Kiwi Farms is a terrorist organization. Period. Kiwi Farms is a terrorist organization. Period. 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 Fucking terrorist organization. And I'm gonna sue the fuck out of you for allowing this. Yeah, I wonder how many fucking young kids we can find on there getting doxxed. Teenagers and shit. I wonder how many people we can find on there being stalked, doxxed, harassed. And then they get fucking kidnapped or something. All this coming right after I talk about on stream how irresponsible the FBI is. How they're not doing anything about the Epstein files. Nothing. But they want to look real good and want to look like they give a shit at all about sex trafficking whatsoever. They don't fucking care. If they gave a shit, they would care that all these victims are coming forward on Jeffrey Epstein and Donald jackass orange face piece of shit terrorist useless motherfucker Trump. Asshole. Stupid. He's not the president. He's a goddamn fucking terrorist. Twice impeached. He's a goddamn fucking terrorist. Twice impeached. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Why are we trying to pretend like this is real anymore? This childish fucking Trump behavior. Why are we trying to pretend like this is real anymore? I got news for you. If you're stalking me and you're stalking a Sifu, all these years of martial arts experience, you better fucking hope I don't find you. Oh, you better hope. Meanwhile, you're following some fucking retard that's telling you to post on fucking Kiwi Farms. Literal fucking terrorist organization, specifically designed for stalking, doxing, and online harassment. You fucking pieces of garbage. That's what all this was about, and you knew it. I've been showing you this. Having this response. Showing you what they're doing. Baiting this scammer. And then meanwhile, crimes are committed. While baiting, crimes are committed. You don't ignore crimes, you retards. You don't ignore crimes, you fucking retards. You don't ignore crimes, you retards. You fucking retards. You don't ignore crimes, you retards. You don't ignore crimes, you fucking retards. So let's go back here. Kiwi Farms harassment. It is an alternative domain for Kiwi Farms, a notorious online forum explicitly centered around targeting, harassment, stalking, and doxing of internet figures, activists, and private individuals. Harassment and doxing. The primary activity on this forum involves coordinating campaigns to expose private personal information, doxing, harass targets, and encourage real world intimidation. Infrastructure and malware risks, because major internet security and hosting providers frequently block and drop this site due to extreme safety violations and threats to human life. The platform often relies on unstable, fringe hosting networks that lack standard security safeguards. Yeah, Cloudflare kicks them off so fucking quick. That's why he was trying to do this. Yeah, I'm not stupid. Yeah, the point is, you get an email like that, you don't fucking click it, you retards. He has hacked you and he's manipulated. If you ever got this and you went to it and ha ha ha, he sent you something like mine or something like, you are hacked now. Directly. Your email, everything. You're done. It was for that. It wasn't to show you a locale or whatever the fuck you think you're seeing. It was to manipulate you. Retard. You don't attack people. You don't join cults. Trump's a fucking cult. MAGA's a fucking cult. This behavior is going around. It's called ICE. It's exactly what ICE is doing. Exactly. Intimidation, stalking, doxing, harassment, illegal use of people's private personal information, identifiable information. That's what ICE is doing too. It is. Plain and simple. Data compromise. Forums with this operational history have a high risk of user data leaks, security breaches, and tracking scripts. Visiting or participating in communities hosted on this domain exposes you to toxic content, potentially digital security vulnerabilities, and association with coordinated online abuse. Right there it is. Association with coordinated online abuse. Right there it is. So, why is the Pennsylvania State Police fucking stupid? Why are they doing nothing? Why are they so fucking goddamn stupid that they're doing nothing? Why are you so goddamn fucking stupid? Why is it that every day I'm out on the road and there's yet another person swerving around all over the goddamn fucking place behind me. Speeding up, slowing down, all because you're too fucking stupid to sit. To sit and pull people over. You want to stare at flock cameras. Hide. Watch fucking YouTube. You hide at the gas stations. I've seen all of you. You just hide at the gas station. I've seen it. And you sit there and you watch YouTube. You watch my stream. You sit there and you fuck around. That's it. You don't sit and actually pull people over in between calls. You don't do your job. You fuck around. It's that easy. You get to fucking just drive wherever you want. Do whatever you want. All you gotta do is pull people the fuck over. But you don't even fucking do that anymore, you fucking assholes. I see the local departments responding. Sometimes. Yeah, I see one-off cops being like, well, can't believe that's actually happening. And then I'll say them once in a while. I don't see a collective effort at no fucking point. Day in and day out. Malicious drivers on the fucking roadway. And you can't even sit here and properly charge a fucking scammer, a stalker, with a crime. Sounds like this state is real fucked up, doesn't it? Sounds like the state of Pennsylvania is real fucked up and got some real fucked up problems, huh? Yeah, sounds like it. Sounds like the state of Pennsylvania, boy, they are really fucking stupid. Sounds like Tom Wolf shouldn't gone anywhere. Sounds like whoever this new governor is, he's a real fucking asshole, doesn't it? Because he controls the police. That's right, the governor directly controls your police. Right. They're like his security detail. Yep. Remember when somebody apparently broke into his house and he was flipping shit? Put a thing in the paper, all these cops, he's flipping out, he takes out a thing in the paper threatening the public. But you can't do a goddamn fucking thing about it when somebody's being online fucking dog-stalked, harassed every goddamn fucking day in your fucking state, you stupid motherfucking piece of shit. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. You fucking asshole. Fuck Fetterman. Fuck you. You didn't do a goddamn thing except exactly what the Republicans want. And then you fucking lie every day. You get up there and you lie. You say some fucking lying, made up bullshit. Fuck you. You fucking asshole. Fuck you and your stupid hoodie wearing ass. Wear a tie, you stupid fuck. You work in an office, don't you? Okay, I really question your work ethic. I question your employees' work ethic. You work out of an office. Stop wearing a fucking hoodie. Stupid fuck. Fuck Fetterman. Fuck Dave McCormick. Fuck that asshole. Fuck them all. I miss fucking Tom Wolfe. He actually did shit. Stupid fucks. Everybody just wants to. I literally nonstop heard some stupid fucking person, endlessly a Trump voter, blaming Wolf for all the problems in Pennsylvania. I got news for you. They got worse, you retards. Yeah, you took them out and they got worse, you fucking retards. They didn't get better. They're dumping more stones on the roads. They're not fixing even more shit. Tom Wolfe needed a fucking infrastructure bill, you fucking idiots! Jesus Christ! Of course Trump is gonna choke the fucking state that would swing his way. Of course he's gonna choke it and try to get the fucking Democrat out of there, you stupid morons! Never mind, everybody in this state that votes for Trump is stupid. Not a single one of them says anything intelligent. Oh, he's good for the economy. He's good for... That's what every last one of them says. And this fucking... Oh, he's good for the... Yeah, that's because this state has Lancaster fucking County. It's the goddamn Amish, you assholes. You didn't even fucking know. Fuck you! Such fucking assholes. You don't even know. And you step on your own fucking lineage, your own heritage, where you come from, supposedly. Here you are, middle of Amish country, and you don't even fucking appreciate that we can do what we can do because of them! It's like the fucking thing with the tractor. I'll bet all these fucking cops want to jump all over, oh, see, look, he doesn't like the Amish, see? Duh! No. Retards. No state inspections. Fucking assholes. That's where I'm going, you fucking assholes. This state is full of hicks. Yep. Full of them. Do you have any idea how many times people from Florida migrate here and people from here migrate to Florida? Do you have any fucking idea? It's a lot. We are full of hicks, dumbasses, like just stupid fucking people that don't make any calculated decision about anything. They just go, oh, let's vote for the guy that's clearly the better and that's all you do. You don't look at it any other way. You just go, oh, it's red. Let's vote for the red guy. The Republican red. Yeah, because that's what that tells me. Because Donald Trump is not good for the economy, you stupid fucking moron. Give me the data that says he is. Oh, I'd love to see it. End your proof. I got plenty of proof that says he's not. Durk-a-dur. But meanwhile, everybody in this fucking state, you ask them that, and they're like, duh, he's good for the economy. Duh. And then you go, no, he's not. Literally, no, he's not. And then they're like, but tariffs. Tariffs are bad for the economy, you stupid fuck. Okay, I've got news for you. Here's how it works. The tariff is literally just something momentary. He's literally going, "Hey, at the fucking trade point, right when it gets here, we're gonna force you to pay this. We're gonna force you to, hey, you gotta pay this extra." And then they're gonna be like, "No, we're not. No, because we're just gonna have reciprocal tariffs. We're gonna raise ours by that same amount." So it's just more money. It just costs more. So all that happens is that the people that are importing those goods, Walmart, disgusting piece of shit Walmart, they're not going to lower their fucking prices. They're not going to do anything like that. They're going to jack them way up to account for those tariffs. This is literally what they did. So why the fuck is there Walmart everywhere? When the mom and pop and the grocery store, yeah, they try to find a solution for you. Walmart, they don't care. They're gonna play ball with Trump because they got the money to waste. Yeah, they can lose some customers here and there and still maintain business. They don't care as much. They don't have to be competitive anymore. Disgusting. Any company that is outside competitorship that no longer has a risk of somebody else being a competitor and matching them and beating them in competitorship, that's a monopoly. Microsoft is a monopoly. Google is a monopoly. Walmart is a monopoly. Donald Trump is a monopoly on the US government. You literally grew up with playing the Monopoly board, Boardwalk, Park Place, and all that. You didn't understand that the whole point is you don't do that? Doesn't everybody get fucking pissed when somebody wins that game? Right? Right? And not the point? It's supposed to fucking teach you? Nobody likes that fucking shit? So if you're the asshole that didn't follow the rules, you cheated the whole game. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be really fucking pissed because not only is it a fucking game and you couldn't even roll the fucking dice and win fairly, but now you deceived people in a goddamn board game. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. How often are you gonna do this in real life? Is this gonna continue forever and ever and ever? Yes. Yep, you like doing this. You like deceiving people. Otherwise, you're gonna be like, okay, I won't win next time. If I get boardwalk, I'll just give it to somebody. That's what you're gonna do. You're not gonna care. It's a fucking game. Stop turning the Charlie Sheen meme into everything. Stop it. Stop it. Now! You have to stop! It's just a meme! Charlie Sheen didn't win! He didn't! For crying out loud, he just admitted that! He just did a tell all! The guy was a drunk! His whole life, basically! Drugs! Alcohol! He did not win! Stop it! anything, that was quite frankly some of the first that we see of online stalking and harassment, where people were making a joke out of somebody literally having a problem, a serious fucking problem in front of you. And you made a joke of it. You don't like Charlie Sheen, you hate him. You want to make a joke of him endlessly. Oh yeah, winning. No, that's dying, stupid. If we lower the tone, if we bring it down, we start acting normal, guarantee that view count, it doesn't say where it is. Guarantee it. Guarantee it. Guarantee it. You know, it's the 20s. Remember when I was like pounding? And it's all the way up to 30, basically. And what did I tell you was happening before? What did I tell you this person was doing? Well, I've shown you this firsthand. I've already shown you that the person reposts my content on another channel, just taking my content, spamming it. It's not me. And quite frankly, I've never asked for money. So like, you know, I know commonly that's typically what they use. I don't do that. I'm not a beggar. I've never done that. And quite frankly, when we had it for a little bit, there was a problem, and I told people don't, because it's just gonna be thrown away. And it was. Like some of you that did, yeah, it's gone. I can't, I literally, and that's YouTube's fault. Because I looked at that account and there's zero in there. There's nothing in there. So this scammer is stealing. Well, this is what you have to realize is actually happening. They're trying to steal my account and then like demand a ransom. It's all about that eventually. Haha, yeah, immediately. Haha. Why is that funny? I didn't say anything funny. These are real scams that happen. Were you fucking stupid? He's gonna get trapped. And that's why this is escalating. Because he's backed into a corner. And we have been getting closer. And we are setting up a trap. And he knows that. And remember, this is very escalating huge amounts. You know, the email, everything. Conveniently, right after that stream where we really drive the point home that the FBI is very incompetent, some other journalists are being talked about and harassed as well, and stalked and doxxed and harassed as well. And, you know, again, if you're watching, this is obviously for you. I don't expect everybody to understand what's going on, so I'm trying to help out a little bit. It's happening to me too. You're not alone. It's everybody that dares to speak out against the faggot that is the orange jackass. I liked Brian Tyler Cohen's response. Do you remember what his response was? I did not expect that. That was pretty great. I did not expect that. No, these they sort of have a similar kind of response. Actually, it's not so nice. It's really not. They're swearing about it too. I don't know. I shouldn't say they. I don't. David Pakman, I don't know for sure. Brian Tyler Cohen. Oh yeah, he did. Told him to suck his dick. I think he said, "Fuck you, suck my dick." I think that's what he said. Pretty sure that's what he said. Maybe screw you. I don't know if he said the F word. I think he said, he definitely said, "Suck my dick." That was his response. I couldn't believe that. That was so funny. This is what you have to realize. Like, these are the reputable, like, journalists that are just talking about the guy. Like, there's nothing, you know what I mean? Like, they just, they're actually some of the more reputable ones, and they're saying stuff that's hitting home, that's maybe, you know, changing people's minds, and Trump knows that. He has intel on that. That's why. It's all about that. They're selling him the data, and it's their data, so he has intel on that now. Yep. So they're attacking these guys because they're changing people's minds. They are. It's that simple. That's why they attack Obama. That's why they attack anybody they attack that is part of that side, because they're competent and they do their job. Buttigieg. Perfect example. Buttigieg, Adam Schiff. Pelosi. Pelosi was a great example. Pelosi did her job very well. I just genuinely don't know why everybody hated her so much, except that Trump wanted people to hate her. Do you even remember why now? Do you remember? Well, because the point was she challenged him. She would actually physically, like, sort of show up and challenge him and stuff like that, and challenge, like, the people in his administration. That's why, like, she actually physically did her job better than a lot of these Democrats are doing now. Like, I want to like Schumer because his heart is in the right place, but the guy doesn't, he's not nearly as pushy and rammy as Pelosi was. Like, you know, I just, I don't understand. Everybody just has this really toxic, you know, sort of thing about Pelosi and stuff like that. It's stupid. It's sort of like, I always forget his name, so I don't want to forget his name. Give me a sec. Yeah, that's what I do. I confuse him with him. That's his name. Yep, that's his name. Okay, and even more so, he's a freaking even more so to his, he's a Paul. When was the last time you knew a Paul that was anything but like an awesome dude, right? People that are obsessed with these like name things, right? So all right. Remember Paul Ryan, Speaker of the House, when Trump first, he ruined his career. This guy had the audacity to speak out against Trump and sort of kind of like be like that Republican that's going to be responsible. And he wanted a long career. I liked the guy. He's actually a Republican that I sort of liked and wanted to see where he was going to go. And he ruined his career. Very similar. Very, very similar. Except Pelosi was there for so long. There's just all this stuff that they can use to make you hate her. Well, she didn't do this. She didn't do this. She didn't do this. But why didn't she? Was it more just she didn't have the vote? That happens a lot. So she's there for a long time. It's going to happen a lot. Okay? I mean, how do you Bernie never gets anything. Like, this poor guy, he has his heart's in the right place, but he's an independent. What is he ever going to get past? No, if he wants to do something, he's got to go through the Democrats, and that's oftentimes why they align, because they help each other. Because they actually sort of agree with Bernie on a lot of stuff. Bernie's a great guy. He's great ideas. What's wrong with that? So why can't the Republicans do that for once? So that's what you got to realize about that, where it's more about them choosing to work with that person. And Pelosi, it was just a controversial time where there was a lot of disagreements in government, I think. People were just not very bipartisan. It was after the Obama thing, I believe, you know, like where Trump's coming in, right? Pelosi's there, right? And Pelosi is there, but like, you just have to realize that, like, Obama was very bipartisan and he was very good at doing that. So coming in and ruining that and just making everything very based, very partisan is exactly what the next administration did. And it's very radical. There's nothing Republican or conservative about it. What's conservative about not properly taxing and giving a proper tax bracket to wealthy billionaires? What's conservative about that? That's actually the other way. It's capitalism. That's not what Republicans are. And you try to claim that this is the Democrats? No, that's Trump's doing that. That's his tax plan that did that. When Biden came in, he didn't suddenly magically have control over Congress like Trump does. He didn't take too much power for himself like he shouldn't. He didn't do that. He's smart enough to, clearly, didn't. Trump does. Obama would have clearly been smart enough to do that. Probably popular enough too, didn't. So you got to realize these guys are responsible with the office and Trump isn't. It's that simple. Where they want Congress to do their jobs and vote on things, and ultimately, a lot of times, they may not get what they want. A president really doesn't. That's what happens a lot of times. Okay? They come in and they can't do a whole lot. That's what should happen. Because your elected officials should be passing those laws and doing that shit. And we shouldn't be sitting here having conversations about whether or not this is stalking and harassment. Like, this is just completely malicious. Where every day this person wants to force an interaction. We shouldn't even be talking about this. It shouldn't even be a thing what we're talking about. Yet in the current trash Trump administration, you know, you just literally have nothing but harassment, stalking, doxing. Just like you just saw, you know, this ridiculous combination of things that were like systems are being redesigned in stupid ways to dox your information. Just like you just saw. Where like that's never something you would want doxed, but it's clearly in a place where you'd accidentally do. I have discussed this before. I've discussed that they redesigned this whole thing to do that. Where like the point is, I was showing this and I was showing how often I was being harassed and stalked. And then all of a sudden, all this was redesigned to have some big fucking gigantic preview up here. And they actually moved the stream key from a different screen onto this screen and then put very easy copy and paste buttons here for the scammer to endlessly sit here and scam my channel, but then not giving me any way of actually because I cannot. So this streamer can sit here and endlessly make a new stream key for my account, but I cannot. I can't do it. My account is completely broken and I cannot do it. Um and I do believe this scammer to be an XSplit scammer. I've said this many times before, but they are an XSplit scammer. If you remember, I used the XSplit broadcaster, and this is based out of China. And this person, I found out, if you remember the whole issue with the resolution happening over and over, I found out that this person was making a stream key to do that. Every time there was like a new stream key, I went in there to check all those stream keys, and there's a list. Like I gotta scroll. They were making one just nonstop to just make it do that. To just tell the stream to do the wrong thing. And so like this is how they were doing that in XSplit, where they were just maliciously attacking XSplit with the incorrect stream key to at that time then cause a separation of my account and fuck with my account endlessly after using XSplit. So again, I will be suing XSplit for sure. Like we're gonna file a massive lawsuit against XSplit. Do not use that software. Disgusting piece of shit company that again will scam you and lie to you and steal your money. I also remember when I took my card out of there? I took my card out of their system and they somehow got it back in there knowing my card information. So they were keeping a file of that separate after I took it out because I took it out so that it wouldn't charge me again. I didn't want it again. So I didn't want that to happen. I took it out on purpose. Do not want the service again. And then they put my card information back in there and charged me all over again. And that's when I got that refund. I called them up. I said, I do not want your fucking XSplit trash caster. I do not want this. You will be refunding me. They did. They did. Oh, yeah. But this scammer contacted me through their email service. He was an XSplit scammer using an XSplit email and contacting me. Because there was definitely at least one time where he made a mistake and he contacted me from an email that didn't have the proper things that they normally put on there. And it was pretty obvious because the mistake he made was whatever he was supposed to do internally to tell somebody else not to do it, he didn't do it because somebody else then contacted me. So that's how I like it. It was like a mistake where like somebody then contacted me thinking I hadn't been contacted or something like that. And I was like, wait, I just talked to. So like there was this whole time where I gave this person a bunch of information and it was an XSplit email. But then very shortly after that, somebody actually contacted me and I compared the credentials. And it was the sort of thing where it was like obvious that the first one, after comparing them, was the scam, but not so obvious, obviously, like initially. It's the sort of thing where I submitted a ticket and they answered from an XSplit email, pretty valid looking. But there was definitely one thing off about it, and obviously I didn't know that until a little bit later, like right after that interaction. The actual XSplit employee, not the scammer, responded, and I was like, I thought that was a little too immediate. I even thought to myself, man, that was really quick. Damn. So he got everything he wanted that day. And this has been going on a long time. A long time. Yeah. So the question is, how long will piece of trash Pennsylvania state authorities allow the stalking and online harassment to, how many people are going to be threatened, doxxed, stalked? How many cars are going to get blown up? How many? How many cars should be blown up before, it's not an air conditioner and you actually investigate it? Because remember, that's what the Ephrata police did. My mom's car was blown up and they didn't investigate. They did nothing. They literally just went, oh, it was the air conditioner. The air when the car was off, the air conditioner. Guys, the air conditioner. No investigation. I'm there within a half an hour of this thing happening. There's no police, no firefighters, no nothing. They're still investigating. Nobody's asking questions. Nobody's talking to anybody. Nobody's doing anything. Everybody's gone. Cars there just torched. But air conditioner. So they determined this in the 30 fucking seconds that they were there to do any investigating. What they did was looked at it and went, yup, we're going to just say it was the air conditioner. This happens a lot, so we don't fucking care. Yep. Actually profiling a car. That's what they're doing. Just because the car is a Korean car. That's what they're doing. Yeah. They're like, oh, Hyundais, they just catch fire. That's exactly what the chief of police said to my mom over the phone. Hyundais, aren't they known to like catch fire? Like with a question mark. He actually said that. So the Ephrata police blew up my mom's car and covered it up. That's literally what happened. And this came after I exposed the Easterl police station for taking that very car and illegally putting it in an impound lot and saying that I couldn't take it out of there. Like, literally, I have every legal ability to get that car out of there and do whatever the fuck I want with it. If you want to watch me pull it out of there and try to pull me over for it and claim that it's not legal to drive, you go right ahead. But you cannot tell that garage to not release the car to me. You cannot do that. That is physically illegal. And that's what they did. That is literally what they did. And we had a very embarrassing situation. All these people are watching and hearing this. We had to, the garage that they took it to just refused to release it to us, even though they can't do it. That's our property. And so again, these assholes, the car was drivable. I drove it. Yeah. That's how I knew it was drivable. And the whole point was she could have driven it home. But the point was the cop attacked my mom and made this whole thing like where she was not in the wrong, make it look like it was her fault. This guy was defending these farmers where this tractor turned in front of her and she had an accident. And it didn't have the proper lights or identification or anything like that. And these guys made threats. They threatened to kill her and threatened, literally told, like, apparently threatened, you better shut your mouth, and stuff like that. And the cop said he didn't want to hear it. He didn't want to take her statement at all. Told her to shut up and get in her car, apparently. So then they towed her car, even though it was drivable. And again, when I got it back, I know that because I drove the car. I started it up, drove it forward in the driveway, and reversed it. It was totally fine. Nothing fell off of it. All the lights worked. All body damage. Then I put like some tape over like the side so that like the little fender wasn't sticking out too far. Drove it right to the body shop like that. Was totally fine. Everything worked. Ran smooth just fine. Body shop did all the body work? Yes. Confirmed. No actual like real mechanical damage. All body stuff. Literally. And it was pretty expensive. It was pretty expensive. After we fixed it, they blew it up. Because I proved and still had the vehicle, and we still had the vehicle, and you could prove that nothing big happened to the vehicle and that they shouldn't have done that. So the Easterl Police Department needs to be investigated by Internal Affairs for literally committing crimes and stalking citizens, because that's what they're doing. That is stalking. That is getting another department to commit a crime so that you can make it look like, something's going on at Ephrata and not East Earl. Yep, that's what that is. Boy, but it's really interesting that the confetti started popping up there for a second, huh? Huh. Hmm. Boy, that's really interesting. So that's the point. And the whole point was that piece of shit that talked to my mom on the phone, I called him that. I called him a fat fucking piece of shit when she was talking to him. And he heard it. He's like, "Who is that?" He became audibly angry. He was very easily triggered. He was like, "Who is that?" That's how the cops are around here. That's it. They don't police. They go after people they don't like. Yep. And they frame you a certain way to the church community. Yep, because it's all churches around here. Yep. And they go to church and everybody knows them at their church. Yep, that's why some weird shit's going on at fucking New Holland Grace Brethren with the New Holland Police Department. They are all intertwined and all that shit, and they shouldn't be. We should stop meddling because the feds are going to investigate you. Oh yeah, they're aware of that. Pretty fascinating, isn't it? Yeah, pretty fascinating. I think it's pretty fascinating just how many local police departments around here aren't doing their jobs. And then apparently even the state police isn't. Apparently. Because we just proved earlier that this shit, what this piece of trash is doing, oh yeah, this is state. This is state jurisdiction. Yeah. Doesn't matter if it's a federal law or state law or not. Yeah, that don't fucking matter. If it's your jurisdiction, you enforce the law. Okay? I shouldn't fucking have to tell you that. You enforce the law. They also don't like the fact that, um, you know, I clearly was on stream talking about the fact that they're all walking around inside my house that day that they did something illegal and they know it. They're walking around my house looking for look, if his phone had evidence and you needed that evidence, you would have said that. You would have had a warrant and you would have said it. You didn't. And you wouldn't have been able to arrest him. If you actually needed it, you wouldn't have been able to arrest him. So why the fuck were you asking me for it, telling me there's evidence? That's a cop lying to me. That's entrapment. You just lied to me. What were you trying to get me to say to you? Just like the detective that came here at like fucking 7:30 in the morning. What were you trying to get me to say? Well, the first fucking thing that you ask me is weird questions. You don't tell me why you're there. Zero context. You just ask me a fucking some weird questions. So that's what's going on. Where the police in this area just don't do their fucking jobs. And I've been telling y'all about it, reporting it, video recording it basically. Where I can go from my house to the phone store 3 fucking times and have 3 or 4 or 5 different cops following me in unmarked vehicles and conveniently turning off right when I raise my phone to record them, conveniently. And I'm streaming this. You all know what's happening. So conveniently, they're following me and doing this all while they know it's happening. And I'm also talking about how there's a very obvious constant connection to my phone, and it's causing a problem for my phone service. I can't look at my texts. My phone calls are dropping. I don't even have service anymore ever. All nonstop dropped calls. They're literally just harassing and putting a legal phone tap into my mobile carrier. Illegal. Insanely, incredibly illegal. So multiple times throughout the day, I am being followed by unmarked fucking cars. What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? No, really, what the fuck are you doing? Instead of your job, what are you doing? You're just following somebody around who's streaming? Why? Because you have the illegal phone tap on my phone that's causing all these problems? Yep. Yeah, that's why. Because it's you. Say another stupid fucking thing and I'm just gonna block you. Say another stupid fucking thing and I'm gonna block you. Say one more stupid fucking thing and you're blocked. gang stalkers. Yeah, you mean police doing things they shouldn't be doing? You mean them? You mean it's them doing it? You mean everything I've been saying? Yeah, it's police. Morons. Gang stalkers. No, it's just fucking police. Don't separate them. It's police. Idiot. What are you, fucking stupid? That's the point. There are a bunch of MAGA terrorists posing as police. They do not like people. They're just going to try to kill people. Doesn't matter who. They don't fucking care. They just don't like people and want to kill them. They are rageful, murdering lunatics because Donald piece of shit, jackass, orange-faced Trump did not condemn terrorism. Yep, didn't condemn it. Yep, some retards are driving through crowds of people with pickup trucks, and Trump's not condemning these things. So these assholes are cops. It's that simple. I already told you all about the asshole from the East Earl Department that harassed me 3 separate times on the road. 3 separate times. I already told you all about that. That was a long ass time ago. So imagine how bad the behavior is now. Where they were building to that. Well, that's how that was, you know, way back 15, 16, 17 years ago. Yeah. So you think it's any better? No. No. Now, it's just terrorist MAGA lunatics. Where before, there are checks and balances that would have kept that behavior in check. But now, they just become ICE agents and shooting unalive people. Follow them around. Conveniently, all this happening, the email, all this escalating right after the stream where I very expertly point out how irresponsible the FBI is, and quite frankly, not just irresponsible, but blatantly murdering civilians. Just murdering them and covering it up. Blocking authorities from investigating and covering it up. And then blatantly showing you evidence of AI meddling, where the AI isn't even acting the same way it used to. It's literally just being meddled with blatantly. It can't even fucking... It just like can't... And I showed you the example. It used to give these eloquent fucking huge amounts of information, shitloads of... Now, endlessly just can't stop itself from creating some sort of paragraph or line defense for Trump, Kash Patel. Every answer, even though they're blatantly to blame. These things wouldn't be happening if they were not in those positions. That simple. It is that way because of them. I'll tell you one thing. Next time I see somebody flying through my back streets here, pulling into somebody's driveway to try to avoid me, turning around in the middle of the road and all that shit, I'm gonna do a little bit more than record it next time. Since the police are doing nothing, I must. Next time I see something, I am no longer going to do nothing. You better believe next time I take action. You better believe, because the police aren't doing it. We have to clean up our streets. We have to keep people safe. What do you think Minnesota's doing? What do you think Minnesota's doing? What do you think anybody's doing? Where police are being mind controlled. I said post one more stupid thing in my chat and you get blocked. That was very obviously a manipulative, stupid fucking thing. I'm a Sifu. I have literally endless martial arts training. I have been literally doing martial arts since I was fucking 9 years old. I am 40. I owned a martial arts school for several years, where I was the head instructor and Sifu of this school for many years. Before that, I was also a senior instructor for many years. Before that, I was an instructor for many years. Before that, I was actually a student. All that shit and experience, and then you want to come in my chat and say stupid shit like that. It's demoralization. Shut the fuck up. I do not have a chat. Unless I recognize you, I don't know who the fuck you are. I don't know who the fuck you are. No idea. As far as I know, you're the stalker on some random fucking other burner account again. I have no idea. Probably would have just been better to just say nothing. I warned you about typing in chat, and then you just decide, well, I have to type something. No, you don't. No, you don't. Shut up. Seriously, when you go on the internet, shut up. Don't sit there and use it for that. Shut the fuck up for once. Shut up. Subscriber mode only chat. Random people, never saying who they are, never introducing themselves, just typing things in chat. They never, ever, ever, ever come in chat, introduce themselves, like a normal motherfucking person would. Ever. People just start typing in chat one day. Did you just walk up to people that you don't know and just start a conversation? I got news for you. You can't do that anymore. Everybody's a goddamn fucking scammer trying to steal your personal information. Shut the fuck up and keep to yourself. You do well to remember that. The whole point is this isn't about me. I am not worried for me. You worried about me? Give me a fucking break. You need to be worried about all the fucking teenagers this targets. Oh, I keep waiting. Oh, I keep hoping there's going to be some fucking stalker out there so I can beat the fuck out of him. Yeah, it'll be one less fucker on the streets. Maybe he'll learn a lesson. He'll get checked for once. Instead of victimizing people who literally can't fucking defend themselves. Like the faggot that was passing everybody on the street until he tried to do it to me. Remember? And he's turning around in the middle of the fucking road. Yeah, remember that? What is this? What is this? What is this? What is this? This is literally Russian. Translated. What is this? What the fuck? What even is that? Completely nonsensical statement, too. Completely nonsensical statement. All right, so let's yeah. Yeah. What what is this trash? Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. So trash, Google. Again, I'm struggling to understand why the fuck I care about this random fucking comment. What does it even mean? I'm honestly struggling to understand why I care about this. Dash rep talks too much. Dash rep. Dash rep. And then it's all in Russian. Stupid. And then I hover over it to see what this random character is. And I can't even select the random character because it just does this auto translate where I can't see what I'm saying? What the fuck is that? Why the fuck would you be so goddamn trash, Google, that you would build an auto translate into your fucking like are you this trash? Does that even fucking happen in the other browser? I feel like that's fucking Google's trash that does that. That is trash. Where that's auto translating that and it's like not even right. So like what is that character where it's clearly not Russian first and then it's making it look Russian? You get what I'm saying? It's China. Like I've seen this shit before. This is China. This is where China blames everything on Russia. Like I've had AI responses randomly, you know, like because they're trying to take control of it and see what I'm saying. They'll literally just have a random Chinese letter in there somewhere. Yeah, because they'll accidentally not remove it, and it'll show up, and I'm like, wow, wow. So Donald Trump is letting China spy on all of your AI results and stuff because the FBI is so irresponsible and incompetent under Kash Patel. They don't know how to do it. That's why. What the fuck? So this is disgusting. And you know, I mean, the person is still sitting here making them their presence known. The stalker. Yeah. Come on. Step foot on my property, see what happens. No, really, do it. Step foot on my property and see what happens. Um, so as you guys know, we normally do a CPM account. It's around between 10 and 12 right now. That's pretty low. All right, I have to communicate with my lawyer here really quick about something. Um, but I want to talk about something still, and um, I also want to remind you that part of some of these baited responses is aggression towards the president. So obviously, I don't condone that. You guys know I don't condone violence or any violence of any kind, especially against the president. However, it's not illegal to say it like people think it is. You can say whatever the fuck you want. They can't do anything. Um, unless you're actually conspiring or telling or hiring somebody to do it, you didn't have anything to do with that. Somebody else acted on their own. Period. Okay? There's no proof, no evidence. You saying something is not evidence to support the fact that somebody else shot or attacked the president. It's not. Okay? You do not possess the ability to say a word and somebody else does does an action and then you can say, "Oh, well, you had influence." No. Okay? That person acted. Okay? Doesn't matter what the fuck I say. The whole point is just like fuck you and shit and bitch and all that stuff is not a reason to be aggressive towards a person. This is hate. You are hating somebody because you don't like those words. Oh, they hurt your precious little fucking feelings. Okay? Stop this. Stop it. You can have whatever fucking level of aggression in my voice I want to fucking have. You responding to it, you attacking, you harassing somebody is you doing it. I got news for you. You can just not do it, dumbass. So, With that being said, you see what this person tries to do. Non-stop. Just to be noticed, be seen. You must pay attention to me. You must. Where I'm drawing this crowd, I'm drawing all these people in, I'm doing this work, and this stalker is showing up to steal all of it, to be seen trying to be me. He has an impersonation account. And I told you all, he was using Proton. I told you. I told you a long time ago. He sent me that email from Proton. I fucking told you that. I literally told you that. And you're too fucking stupid. You're like, duh, duh. What does that mean? Duh. I guess I can't Google something because I'm fucking retarded. Duh. Duh. Fake and gay. So I gotta go contact my lawyer about a couple things here now, but you see what happens in my stream. Cookie Plays was a streamer that harassed my entire channel. And he told me on stream and made me believe a locale is not somebody that's stalked, doxed, and harassed, as you guys remember. He tried to make me believe, it's just somebody that e-bags and stuff like that. Remember that? The whole point was he was doing all of this. He is the stalker. And there are a bunch of them sitting here doing this on the internet. They're not following me around. That's a separate issue. Those were police being stupid. It's a separate issue. Don't get distracted. Okay? I may sound like a conspiracy theorist. No. Nope. No. No. We talk about conspiracy sometimes. I am not a conspiracy theorist, though. They're two different things. You see the emoji reaction? The moment that I say it. This is not unlike the behavior that I see going on Facebook either. Where, again, I don't even want anything to do with that piece of shit platform anymore. Where it's just nonstop hate, harassment, doxing, data mining. This is the sort of thing where you share one thing on there. It's supposed to be social media. It's supposed to be a place for politics. It's supposed to be a place for data mining. It's supposed to be a place for us to be connected. When did that turn into data mining for the companies? Why is it that? So why is there a million people there to laugh, react to whatever post you make? Why aren't they there to be supportive? It's your friend list, right? So why do they act like that too? Because you're spending too much time on social media and they're being manipulated by those systems too. Just as these fuckers are doing here. They are entirely too plugged into this. Everything's about this. I got shit to do. I take care of shit all day long. I do shit. This is not my life, like many of you think. I have been abhorrently good at time management and shown you that if you know what you're doing, you can stream. But you got to do it right. And it does not look like this asshole Cookie Plays, who every job that he had, he just needed to stream at his job. It's not what it looks like. And it sure as hell doesn't look like you getting off work. And just because I'm streaming and you're off work and you see me pulling in all these viewers and stuff and you're jealous of that, it doesn't mean that you then immediately get on stream in your car while driving home and typing in chat while in traffic, looking up, typing in chat, looking at chat, answering it. It does not mean you do that. And you sure as hell then don't lie to everybody and try to say, oh, yeah, I had seizures and stuff like that. This is what this guy did. All the time. He's just lying and lying and lying. The latest lie that I had caught him in, that I decided this guy was a scammer definitively, was when I caught him saying that he was having seizures. And I actually felt bad. I shouldn't have. Because the next day, this guy supposedly had a car accident or something like that because he had seizures. Remember, I caught him in that. That was the point. The next day, he was driving on stream. How? How? You have a seizure and have a car accident, they take your license. You can't have seizures and be driving a car. Especially when you clearly had an accident. So why the fuck's this guy driving the next day if he had a car accident and he's having seizures? Oh, and then he's bragging about it on stream. He's like, yeah, I had seizures yesterday. Remember he was filming at the DMV? Literally walked into the DMV with a stream on, so that it'd catch outside. Like he was like standing in line. This other lady was at the counter next to you. You could hear all the information she was saying. And he was standing there giving this information. I think he was doing something for his kid or something like that, where it wasn't even him. I don't know. But whatever information he was going to do there, he was like intentionally doxing it. Why would you do that? And in the very moment, look, I didn't even try it. I was literally swiping. Yeah, I think I was at the garage or something waiting on my view. I don't know. I was just swiping. And no lie, I just came across it. No, I was streaming, right? I was streaming. And I was swiping, we're talking about this, and I came across his stream, and I'm like, "Who the fuck is this?" And I'm looking at it for a second, and I'm like, "Oh, it's him. What's he doing?" And he's, like, in the DMV streaming it. And I'm like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, "Okay, like, this is so dumb." Like, somebody either needs to get a hold of him or tell him not to do this, because that's personal information. He just everybody in there, and all that could be said or so. This is bad. And the moment that I started showing it on the screen, it's almost like he has a like a somebody in his ear regularly that he communicates with. It really is like that, because the very second that I had it on stream, he ran out of there. He didn't do anything else. He literally just grabbed his shit and literally bolted. I mean, not even walked, bolted out of there. Bolted. Just like his job where he fell and then went to the ER and filmed in the ER. Where I was streaming and he was jealous and he wanted to get home really fast because I had all these people watching. And instead of being safe at his job, and he was watching the stream at his job like he shouldn't have been. And he admitted that to me on stream. That's right. He really was hurrying around trying to get out of there, and he fell. And then he was streaming in the ER trying to sue them for filling out paperwork wrong or something. But he's the one streaming in an ER. So, like, he's doing this on purpose. He is a victim on purpose. What the fuck? Yeah, taking advantage of all those, the scammers that take advantage of those systems. So I just think it's all completely made up, where he pretends to have these problems and then intentionally gets himself in trouble and stuff like that. Whereas I have a damn infection on my face. It's so pain. I still can't even open my mouth fully. You guys know that, right? And here I'm not even talking about it. I said nothing. I came to you on the stream yesterday, and here I was. I don't bitch. I just tell you about it because I'm gonna be completely honest with you. That's why I'm like sort of monotone and can't talk much, yada yada yada. I just want to be completely honest and level with you about that, because it's maybe you think it's not real too interesting, my my tone or something like that, and I just want to be completely honest. Look, it's the best I can do right now, or something, so that you're completely aware of that. Okay, I still try. If I can't, I can't. Shouldn't even bother. But I sure as hell don't come on here and lay in bed every stream like, "Oh, I'm not feeling good. My stomach. Oh, my stomach. Oh, it's just endless. Like, what you got? Oh, you got another tummy ache? Another tummy ache." That's a lolcow. He knows it. He knows he is intentionally that. On purpose. It's on purpose. That's the reality. So I'll be back. Got to contact my lawyer here, as I already said. Um, but again, don't be using real names, real pictures on YouTube channels. Don't do this. You're gonna get blocked very quickly. Okay, if I think it's a real name, you're just gonna get blocked or timed out. If I think it's the first time or something like that. Okay, because I am most of the time, this guy's coming in and trying to dox people on random accounts he's created, stole their picture and their name off social media, and he's trying to dox them. Okay. So I am trying to keep people safe from that happening. And meanwhile, YouTube they don't give a shit. They don't do anything about this. They have all the means and resources to do it. So I got this fucking group of harassers that was harassing MDL to surface. I got them to surface. What does YouTube do about it? They don't fucking care. So it makes me think Google is paying for those websites. You know, the Kiwi Farm shit and all that. Makes me think they're doing it. And I will be filing a lawsuit. That shouldn't even exist. That domain shouldn't exist. It needs to be shut the fuck down. ST. .st. May as well just say .stalker. I'll be back. All right, so here's the deal. I actually have to take care of some things. I can't really be on here too much longer. Um, but um, what we've been talking about and what we are talking about for a long time is the fact that hold on, let me bring this. I started my channel back when I owned a martial arts school. And it was mainly, a lot of it was to, try to promote that and promote what we were doing there. Um but then later on, obviously we closed the school and then kept the channel running. So um um this is the one. This is the one I would, hold on. All right. So this is the one I would recommend, is the Way to Fight Ultimate Edition that we put out a while ago. If you want to check out some of the martial arts content, I would recommend that Way to Fight Ultimate Edition that we put out like a while ago. Okay, I would recommend that. Okay. Um and that's going to be me. That's going to be me that you're going to see there doing all of that stuff. Um back from when I was teaching at the school, at my school. And so a lot of this was just shadow boxing that I was doing and filming it. So shadow boxing is essentially just visualizing multiple attackers and doing techniques, sort of to those attacks that you're visualizing. Um, so it's similar to a form or routine, but again, doing it um, on a whim, not having a routine or anything. It's actually pretty tough to do. You have to come up with the movements yourself. Um, so you have to have enough of a basis for that to be able to do those movements and whatnot. So um, obviously I'm not going to put my forms and my routines on here. I have shitloads of martial arts forms. Um, if I just put them on here, somebody steals the system. I can't just put techniques and forms on social media. I'm not going to do that. Um, there are, just like there are people that steal channels and steal stuff online and all that. We would even have regular poachers from schools nearby coming in and literally trying to steal any drills or anything that we were teaching our students and stuff that people were liking from our school and not going to theirs, like real poachers. And so, like, you have to realize that when, like, you're seeing that firsthand and stuff like that, you wanna understand that, like, this is the sort of thing where this exists in the real world. There's gonna be people, obviously, now in the scammy world where this is happening a lot. And so, you've gotta be respectful of the fact that, you know, if you put the system on there, the scammer is gonna sit there, a fat ass fuck is gonna sit there and take that and pretend like he did it and pretend it's his, and he's just gonna steal it and show it to people. Okay? I'm not gonna do that. All right? It would be really stupid. So that's obviously what they want, and I'm never gonna do it. Um, Unfortunately, this does dox my name. My name's out there. It's been out there. Shit happens. Okay? But I'm aware of that. I did that when I made this video a long time ago. It is what it is. I was a public figure. So I always knew going into this channel this was going to happen anyway. Okay? But that's why I went with the Sifu Smith, and we tried not to do that. But this scammer, just every chance they get. Every chance, every chance, every chance, okay? So literally just flat out trying to steal my name, trying to steal it, dox it. Okay? Look, nobody's hyper focused on that except for the scammer that wants to steal it. Nobody cares. Okay? And I got news for you. Somebody doing spinning kicks repetitively in the snow like this. Is this where I do the spinning kicks? This. This is not somebody you fuck with. My footing is so good. That snow did not make me fall. Yep, the snow was literally covering my feet. And I'm doing kicks like that. Now, you see how I'm jumping around to modify it because I am slipping, but I am not falling, and I am doing those kicks. So I assure you, you may not understand the movements. That's because you're not a Sifu. Look how high that kick was. Oh my goodness. That was a good kick. Look at that. Never see Joe Rogan kick that high. That's over my own head. I'm already bringing it down. That was actually quick. Look at that fucking kick, man. I don't toot my own horn unless it's a warning. I don't care. I don't want trophies, clearly, okay? You know, this is the registering your hands as deadly weapons thing. This is the thing everybody gets wrong. You only have to register your hands as deadly weapons if you compete. Because now you're hitting somebody and you have to literally register them so that way if you kill that person in the ring, they can charge you. That's it. It's that. So if you don't compete, you don't got to do it. Because the point is, you got the control to not do that. So that's what I'm saying. Okay? So you don't have to just do it. People get that wrong. You're not gonna. It's not just every black belt, every black sash. No, it's not. It's not true. I didn't want the trophy. I barely wanted the sash. After I got it, I would typically not even wear it. Yeah, everybody knew who I was. Walk around not wearing it half the time. They know who I am. I'm just wearing the uniform. They know. I don't care. I'm not there for that. It's never about that. It never should be. I was there to learn martial arts. And that's my school. Some of these are even clips of from in my school, like these. And these when I'm doing like monkey here. That's a little bit of monkey. Well, not that. That was tiger and crane, but that's monkey. So anyway, you got the point. So I'd recommend this one. It's clearly been halted. It's clearly been lied about. The usual. That's just slow motion there. Okay, you still want to? You're gonna attack me? Try it. So, um, remember how this escalates when we talk about things, when we talk about the FBI under Trump, we talk about Trump at all. Misinformation, lying, manipulation. Yeah. I think it's time for me to take care of the thing I need to take care of because like I said, I was actually planning to get into some, things. Um but because of what I have to document and sort of deal with now, um it just sort of kind of cut things a bit short. So unfortunately, we're probably not going to be able to get to some of the things I wanted to get to today. Oh my gosh. Wow. No shit. Wow. Um, I have videos of I could post videos of me sparring at some point. I don't want to do that because some of them it's just going to make the other person look very bad. So like did I just like there's no reason for me to sit here and do that. I shouldn't have to do that. Okay? I should not have to do that. I'm clearly in my school in these videos. I'm clearly announcing myself as who I am, even at the time when I did them. You can for crying out loud, there's a staff instructional. Hang on. For crying out loud, there's a staff instructional. Yeah. Oh, hang on. What a piece of shit. That easy to close right out of it. That easy to close right out of it. That easy. That easy. And then now that doxes it. So you see how when you come in, this doxes it automatically? You see that? So like that's what they want. That's the whole point. See how you like it like you have to dox it almost. Like that's the point. That's what they want. Like that shouldn't even be on that stream key shouldn't even be there. And it shouldn't be copy buttons. There should be reset buttons and stuff like that. Not copy. Why would I want to copy my stream key? That's ridiculous. And then like this is the point, like This is what happens all the fucking time. This is trash. Like, YouTube did this on purpose. Google did this to intentionally dox your information. Again, all that shit used to be on another screen. I mean, this is just trash. Literal trash. So again, YouTube is participating in the locale promotion and stuff like that. It's YouTube. They are participating in it. They're helping it. Who do you think's doing it? Like, that's the whole point. They redesigned this. It's malicious. It doxes your stream key. It's YouTube. That's the point. They break your app on your phone so that you can't use the app, the YouTube app to stream. They break it. So yeah, I mean, like, literal just garbage. But here, again, you can clearly see I have even an instructional video here. Back from the studio. So the whole point is that, like, you don't really want to dox personal information. Now, again, it is what it is when it happens, but again, it's just one more piece of information for scammers to have to use to try to steal and lie and data mine. And you really don't want to be on the internet with your real regular name all the time. You do not want that. If you're already a public figure, again, people know you. It is what it is. It's going to happen. So that's the case here. But if you, like, especially if you're a cop or something like that, like, I would really highly recommend you don't regularly sit there and advertise your name. And almost at the end, this one comes to the side, just like that. The hand's locked in place and the hip makes contact. So that's kind of the point. Like, we've done plenty of this before. We've done plenty of this before. What we're going to do is very similar. It comes down. This hand is going to determine the direction of this back hand, and this one is going to drop the staff. So that's a downward strike with the staff. See what I'm saying? You're going to take the back hand, open your front hand up, and drag with your back hand. So once again, open your front hand up, drag with the back hand. When you're doing these steps, there's two different ways to go. You can free around behind you to get more reach, or you can just use your front hand, almost like a shelf, just to guide where that stab goes. Oh, hey, look, guys. Oh, look. Oh, for the stupid people in the back. Look, guys, I'm wearing my black sash for once. Look. Hey, guys, there it is. Almost like a shelf. Just a guy. Has my name embroidered on it and everything. So, you get what I'm saying. I like to call it CrossFit. Your hands come up over your head, step. Your arms cross each other, and hit with the end. The reason you might do that is to block the staff. To block. You can hit with the end of your staff here. Yeah, you're blocking like this with this backhand. It's sort of like a normal block, like a hammer fist almost. Like a block and a hammer fist almost. It's basically that movement. Or chop. That's what you're doing with your hand. I can hit. Yeah, I didn't like extrapolate this from.
We're going to be doing. You're going to be
How to make up names for this.
Like that. Your backhand is going to release. Front hand releases.
I wasn't really taught names or techniques like this. I was just sort of taught how to use a staff. So I sort of did this stuff. So my instructor, he liked big weapons. He liked big weapons usually. Or just not using them. But I was more of the staff user. Definitely like a lot of swords. I can any sword really, double swords and sword, Kwando, all that stuff. But yeah, because Kwando is a sword and a staff. Pudao is the small version of that. Nunchucks, all that stuff. But like, you have to realize a lot of that stuff. Once you start learning it, it translates to other ones. So once you know staff, yeah, that translates like the next step up is Kwando and Pudao. So I just messed around with the stuff that I was showing you the whole time. Showed you how to sort of kind of use it a bit. So that was actually a side hit I was showing you could do differently, where you could let go of it. So it was actually pretty clever. It's the sort of thing where the person would think that you're going to hit them, but then you duck under their strike and hit them anyway. So, like, you see how my head's already turned to the side? The point is to fake the person out, like you're going to hit them, and then you duck under that inevitable counter strike that they're throwing, and then they get hit by that. That's what that's for. See what I'm saying? Bam. Showing you a little slower there. Just slowing it down for you. I'm just doing some basic spins and stuff there. Showing you how some stuff works. But you get the idea. You get the idea. And yeah, that was obviously again when I had my school. So yeah, a lot of this is again these MAGA paid actors to harass people that he does not like, stuff like that. And Kiwi Farm should be shut down. Like, all this shit shouldn't even exist. What the fuck's the Trump administration doing? This is disgusting. And we already showed you that we can sit here and talk for, like 7 hours. We did that last stream, 6.5, 7 hours, and I barely realized we were on stream that long. We just kept going, and I had more stuff I could have talked about, but I just didn't get to it, just like today. So I deserve to be here. Time and time again, I have something that I can bring to the table that's different than what other people are even saying, but even in agreement. It's to help, and all that. So I deserve to be here, and half of these people that are just stealing from everybody else, milking it for all it's worth, they lost touch a long time ago. They're just milking that clickbait shit. Ass man gold, he doesn't deserve an online presence any longer. He is milking every clickbait for everything. That is the biggest locale of the locales. Okay, so if you want an actual locale, that's what it looks like. That guy stalks people. He's harassing Hassan. Yeah, his channel, his people harass Hassan. They talk about it. They harass it. He talks about shooting kids and stuff like that. That's the guy you should be focusing on. That guy. Well, you're attacking a martial arts instructor. All of these stalkers are stalking a martial arts instructor. Good job, fucking morons. Who you can stalk next, Jackie Chan? Yeah, like, are you so dumb you're gonna stalk Jackie Chan next? How about Jean-Claude? Are we gonna go with that next too? Is it because I say these unpopular things that you can't that you didn't say? That are unpopular but then received as fact after the fact, and then it's like, oh yeah, I guess he does know what he's talking about because he cleared it up. Yep, that's the reality. The reality is, a lot of the time with those martial artist guys that are movie actors, yeah, they're real martial artists, but you don't know if they spent time sparring or real full contact fighting or not. Half the time you don't know. So I promise you, I have an eye for that. I spent my entire time training and sparring full I know definitively when I see somebody that does not have that training. They will act a certain way. They will not adjust their footwork for getting hit, for hitting something. They just won't do it. They will never have those slight adjustments. They will never do it. They will just do it the stupid way, bringing the knee all the way up, like to do a kick and stuff. Like where there's these things where a grappler would just hug you and trap your leg and plant you on the pavement. Like just things that you'd never do in a real sparring match where this is the way to do it, but you didn't modify it for sparring. No, it's that way so that you practice flexibility, you fucking retards. So your instructor is not a spar. You didn't learn that because you're fucking stupid. So half of the martial arts realm is this. And then the other half actually are martial artists that know how to fight. A lot of those guys that take martial arts and pretend to be martial artists, they don't actually know. Donnie Yen, he's real. Donnie Yen, he is real. That guy's real. Jackie Chan, real. Jet Li, real. Holy fuck, real. Jet Li had to backpedal a little bit because he was like injuring his the I digress. Do you remember when Donnie Yen accidentally fractured Mike Tyson's hand because he did a technique properly? Because Mike Tyson was just boxing and throwing his stupid punches? Yeah. And I've told you, all a kung fu practitioner has to do is properly target soft tissue. That. But you don't know how it works. And that's what he did. He fractured his hand. It was totally by mistake. It was part of the whole thing. And he fractured it. That's the reality. Your entire fist works against you because I know how to make that happen. So all of your muscle and all of your stupidity, I use against you. Yes, that is what it's for. Bigger they are. Yes, for sure. It's training though. It is. Don't expect it to just happen. Gotta know what you're doing and practice it for years. All right. So just remember that. Now, I don't want to go too much into some of the other actors, but I've said some ones that I know definitively are real. Okay. There are some. Joe Rogan, I don't care about him. I'll call him out. He's a loser. He's fake. He's not real. That guy is not a martial artist. He's teaching Taekwondo classes. Oh, so the dollar store of martial arts. Literally nothing is taught by that. Nothing. Do you know what Taekwondo means? Look it up. And this guy can't do a kick. Yep. Do you know what it means? Look it up. And then tell me if teaching Taekwondo classes, Joe Rogan should know not to put his head like 3 inches from the ground when he's doing a kick. If your head needs to go near the ground, you're off balance. You're not doing the kick properly. You don't have the flexibility to kick that high. Again, hobbling around on one foot, that's balance. That's footwork. Dipping your head entirely too far down while doing the kick, that is an example of loss of balance. He's not doing the kick properly. I promise you, you actually hit somebody with, you try to hit somebody with that kick, and you think that's going to do that to me. The second that you think that's going to work and I see that kick coming like that and your head is dipped down, I literally just do a hammer fist to your fucking ankle and you fall. It's that simple. You try to do the kick, and I simply hammer fist your ankle, and you fall because your head is too far down. And my force of my hammer fist on your foot as you're going out is going to push your rigid and too fucking tensed leg because you're not doing it properly at the ground. And you're going to lose stability because you're tensing your leg too much. You, sir, are not relaxed when you do martial arts. You are an amateur posing. You always have been, you always will be. You're an amateur, Joe Rogan. Amateur. Amateur, 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 amateur. Joe Rogan is an amateur. Period. There's a reason he comes in and makes his entire name off of getting celebrity interviews with people. Because they look at him as a UFC fighter. Oh, ultimate fighting. Why? Because he's bald and has large muscles? What are you, fucking stupid? You know, that's what a fighter looks like. Totally. Was Muhammad Ali huge? Was he? How about Ip Man? The guy who taught Bruce Lee. Was he huge? No. He was like 5'7". How about Floyd Mayweather? Can you move your hands very quickly if you're too big? Or do you maybe discover that as you're doing martial arts and try to make sure that you're not too massive? When I went through my tiger training in high school, that's right, that long ago, when I went through my tiger training in high school, I proceeded to literally, I was a scrawny, 123 pounds. 6'2", 123 pounds. Scrawny as can be. When I went through my tiger training, I went from 123 pounds, like, within 2 weeks to 160. That's training. It also told me everything I needed to know about mass. Hitting hard has nothing to do with how big you are. It's just easier when you're big. It's a way to be lazy and fight people. They're lazy pieces of trash. Just like McGregor when he does his stupid shit. Dude, I want to knock that fucking douchebag out so bad. He is such a showboating, stupid asshole. If he ever did that in the ring with me, the very second that he did it, I would be disqualified because I would kick his knee and break it. Yeah, like it'd just break all the way down to his ankle because he's standing there doing this in a fight. And I would expose it. It would break his toe, probably, too. I would literally just side kick his knee. I had exactly the right the angle. Because I can do that. It's called animal techniques. Imagine now your kicks and your strikes are at correct angles with your footwork instead of just straight in, I and T, left and right, forward and back, left and right. The fuck is that? It's not how martial arts works. That's basic shit. That gets you there. Now you gotta actually do it. There's a lot more to it than that. And I promise you, you don't just stand in front of somebody and spin around and do a kick. That is not what that kick's for. So anyway, him I don't give a shit about because Joe Rogan has blatantly just been a complete moron about Trump and Elon Musk and all this shit. So I just don't fucking care. And he said some very untrue things about Kung Fu and martial arts before. So this guy wants to look at some scam video of a scammer pretending that he's a martial artist, hitting somebody, knocking them over with one hit, when there's actually people that can do that, and he's going to watch the scam video and say, oh yeah, look, see, it's a scam, and say all of Kung Fu is a scam, you're an ass, you're a piece of shit. You are the scammer. Because you're intentionally looking at a scam video of the scammer, not realizing you're too stupid to recognize yourself as a scam martial artist too. Not acknowledging that these people exist, even in China. Yep. What are you, dumb? Well, a real Shaolin monk very rarely is going to be recorded. You've never even heard of them. That's why the greatest fighter on the planet you haven't heard of. And it's not Bruce Lee. No. That's the asshole that walked away from Kung Fu that they're pissed at. That's not what it looks like. They don't want you to do that with it. Because he's showbutting, he's showing off, stuff like that. Bruce Lee was an arrogant person. He was very, very, very good, though. No doubting that. He's the best you ever saw. But he wasn't the best. Ever. At any point. He never even proved that. He took the skills that he was taught and was trying to show you what Kung Fu was. And you're like, oh, 1-inch punch. And so, this is genius. Yeah, he didn't come up with that. That's Kung Fu. Stop giving that to Bruce Lee. He didn't do anything. He learned this shit, became a brick shithouse, and did some movies. Now, I applaud him when he started trying to do the thing where he was doing demonstrations, public demonstrations, and doing the push and stuff. You know, like where he could shove somebody back. Really, yeah, I mean, like that shit's really easy. Really easy. Are you kidding? You're like that. You don't think that so? No, I mean, I can do that. The 1-inch punch, yeah, I can do that too. What? No, like if you're a Kung Fu practitioner and you're not learning that shit, you go somewhere else. Like that's Kung Fu, man. Why are you all acting like Bruce Lee is the only fucking... No. This is regular shit. And you should be learning it too if you're learning martial arts. So why the fuck is your karate school can't even teach you how to block right? You don't block like this. What block is like this? What? Oh, yes, let me please leave my head wide open. Let's block a thing right like this. What the fuck? Yep, let me just leave my hand out here for you to grab and leave my head wide open. We're just gonna bring this directly across our body like a moron. Well, you are dumb. That's a block. That. Yep, little slappy slap slap smacky smackety smack. That's it. Little slappity slap smackety smack. That's it. Surprising enough. That's it. A strike for a strike. Most blocks, they're strikes. Yeah. You don't want to punch again. Promise you, you go up against Kung Fu practitioner, totally different. Your arms are going to hurt. You're not even going to be able to punch anymore. I'm going to smack your arms. It's not going to be it's going to be effortless for me. And you're going to feel, this is going to feel like a brick. Hitting your arm. You're going to be like this. Fuck. And you can't even use it. That's fucking reality. Imagine if I broke it too. I could do that in less than a second. Break your elbow joint. Less than a second. Less. A few seconds later, I can sever your trachea, break your knee, and render you completely incapacitated. You're just going to be a choking mess on the ground within seconds. And you think your little stand in front of me, do this, spin around, kick is going to do anything. What the fuck? And then you punch like this. You bring your hand down here and punch with the wrong knuckles. It's like every boxer that does that and then very naturally sort of starts kind of doing this on the speed bag. It's because that's a hammer fist. They start naturally realizing these things. You shouldn't twist your body. You're wasting energy. That. The jabs are the things that set up that knockout. Yeah. So why not that be your knockout? Why not this matter just as much as this long one? It will, because the elbow's lined up. You do this to line up your elbow, don't you? No, this does it. Yep. It's hard to see. Most people don't know how to block it. It comes from down to up. So your center of gravity, rooted properly, adds power to it. Suddenly, all of that makes sense. And that's one punch. And karate's like, ayah! Shallow stance. Ayah! Yelling out really loud, doing it wrong. Okay. All right. It's all out there. It's all wrong. All of it. So much shit is wrong. So many different styles were just taken from Kung Fu. Krav Maga, it's taken right out of animals. That's that one stake technique I gave you. That one where you shoot down and you wrap the arms. It's Krav Maga, basically. You do it slightly different. I would teach Krav Maga. So if I were teaching Krav Maga, when I do that shift, instead of doing it with my shoulder, what I would do is I would do the shift, but I'd break the thumb and I would teach them how to actually break the thumb first and manipulate the hand instead of trapping because it just, for Krav Maga, you want it to be a little bit faster and more immediate. But like the point is that was developed for troops and stuff like that. So like that's supposed to be a minimal thing. That's what it's for. Okay? Stop developing all these other styles and pretending it's self-defense. Karate is not self-defense. It doesn't teach you self-defense properly. You will get beat up if you think karate teaches you self-defense. Promise. Somebody stronger than you will always beat you up. Because karate does not teach you how to defend yourself against somebody stronger than you. It does not. It will actually teach you the incorrect thing. So like, for example, the X block. I've seen this a million times. The X block to block something coming down or something like that. It's not how you do that. Somebody stronger than you just gets that every time. It's not how you do it. One hand. One. Now you use the other so that just like in Kung Fu, you can shift from one side to another depending on what comes at you. It's one hand though. Because then the hand gets guided to the side. You can't stop something coming. What the fuck are you doing? The whole point is to move it effortless stuff. It's footwork. You're not stopping it. What do you think you're Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man at the end of that Spider-Man movie where he stops the thing, from Tom Holland, No, like you're not going to do that. Okay? The person's just going to hit you with it. You gonna control it? Are you gonna control it? Are you just gonna you're gonna stand there and do this like an idiot? Okay? There's all kinds of stuff like this. It's like, how do you block a kick? Somebody so many people would come into my studio with this preconceived notion that you can't block a kick with your feet. Huh? No, no. I want you to block a kick with your feet. No, that's a lot of the time how you will. And I promise you, blocking a normal kick coming at your head is no different than a punch. It's just, you know how to block, you know how to block. It's that simple. The problem is your footwork. There's a kick at your head, and you're just smacking that out of your way. Now, the kicker's probably going to win. You have to move forward too. So you got to know that, obviously. But like, there's movement to it. Okay, so if I just smack the kick, it's my hand versus that kick. If I add my footwork to it where I'm smacking it as I'm moving forward, suddenly I'm moving at the person while smacking their foot down. Now they have fallen into my technique. Oh, brilliant! Jesus, people are stupid. And then you're all doing blocks like this. Uh, uh, like you're jerking off in the air or something. Yeah. What is this doing? What is this doing? Making it so I can hit your watch or your hand in your own head? What is that doing? I'm literally just gonna kick you here. I'm gonna roundhouse kick you there if you do that. I promise. I'm gonna make you think you're gonna block it, and I'm gonna roundhouse kick you on the other side of your face. Yep. I'm gonna bring up that outside crescent like you're gonna block it, and then I'm gonna switch it to the other side and go smack. And you're like, ah, shit. Because I shouldn't commit my entire arm to a fucking block, huh? Duh. Duh. Entire blocks, literally just giving all of this, and yep. That's why my block's a strike and it doesn't remain out there. My hand is back, not for you to grab. Imagine that. So hence why when a martial artist does this, I wouldn't fuck with that person. Now me, I'd be like, I obviously would. I wouldn't, me, I would be like, okay, that's fine. But I'm just saying, from your standpoint, I wouldn't fuck with that person. Because they do this. They are clearly confident with those hands. Now, most people, they do this. You don't want to see me do this. And if you see me not put my guard up, run. Because it means that you're so incompetent. I now believe you to not be worth even putting my guard up. And I will deceive you at the snap of a finger. Even telling you that, I have the confidence. Yep. Oh, you put your guard up. All right, test it. Don't forget all the students that I used to do this to over the years. They know. They know that. They know that if Sifu goes in there and I go in there like this, I'm just having fun. But they also know that if I go in there and I just sort of stand there, I'm not giving them anything, am I? I have no fucking clue what's happening. It could come from any angle. I am that quick, where I am that confident, I don't need to put my hands up. I don't need a stance. I am that quick that I can get into my footwork and my technique without projecting it, without needing it to be there. That's what a Kung Fu practitioner can do. That's what a real one can do. Because you're not supposed to project movement. I used to do that all the time. It was actually kind of funny how many people would just straight on, just it's like, really? Really? Well, you're getting the you're getting the kick to the chest if you just do that, right? Like, I'm just letting you know now. You run at me, you're just getting kicked in the chest. Guess I must be really confident with my feet to tell you that. Yeah, I don't give a shit. I have so many techniques for people that run at me. Don't care. You won't see it. It'll be timed properly. The amount of people that make that mistake. Oh my. And have made that mistake. Oh my. I think I've even explained a story on channel of a time somebody made that mistake and I did a different technique. Because he was a little bit faster than people normally would be, but he wasn't anywhere near my speed. So it was just like stupid. So anyway, I have to get going. It's time for me to get going. I must take care of some things. I really, really do gotta go, guys. I gotta go. Sorry. I stayed on here way, way longer than I should have. So, um, at the point at which I needed to do something with legal. So sorry. That takes precedence. We got a lot. There's a very serious issue going on. Here, before I go, I want to just do this really quick. All right. So just wanted to put that on there. change that up. We got that changed. All right. I gotta get going, guys. But remember, the point is that you don't know necessarily with certain people. Like for example, I know that with Keanu Reeves, for example, like he's a legitimate martial artist. I've actually seen him. He does grappling though. He's a grappler. So like his style is mainly based on grappling. So like I've actually seen him though, like rolling on the floor, doing those videos and stuff. Tom Hardy too, right? I've seen him do it. Similar stuff where they learned a style that's like all grappling pretty much. We did that stuff too. We did like all that stuff. It's just also kung fu. So, you know, that's kind of the point. Is a lot of people are under the concept, the preconception that kung fu doesn't have grappling and stuff like that. Well, I was taught grappling, and there is grappling in kung fu. There is. You just have to know. You have to know. Um, so, and it does work extremely well, as the rest of it does. But you have to know. So again, there are some legitimate ones because I can say for sure I've seen those video clips of those people doing those things. But I've also seen the fakers. So look, I don't have anything against people that do this weird thing in their house and stuff like that. But look, when you're in a band and you're like again a public figure or something like that, I just feel like you have a responsibility to be honest with people sort of a little bit. So like it's a little bothersome when we have people in bands and stuff like pretending to be like kung fu people, like they wear actual kung fu uniform and they don't do kung fu. Like this guy, he wears a kung fu uniform, but he does a grappling style. And he's trying to look like a kung fu master and stuff because he wears that. But he's not even close to what he does. They literally just roll around on the floor like gay shit. So again, even when they were trying to like teach me that stuff and all that, there was a lot of stuff where like even I would be like, dude, I'm just gonna break his nose. And like, okay, yeah, well that would do it. So like it like fair enough, like where it's like stuff that I just couldn't do, and like it's like the sort of thing where he had me a certain way, just break his nose. Like if you ever at any point in time I'm just breaking your nose, man. Like what are you doing? You're not controlling my arms at all. I'm just gonna strike you. So a lot of this is these guys, they think that they know what they're doing and can tap people out and stuff, but they don't actually go against somebody that's fighting them. They just endlessly do this stuff where they roll around and think, oh, I'm a great expert martial artist, but you're not. You didn't have somebody come in that can actually hit you. Okay? You didn't try that. You didn't. And then did you try? Did you wear the headgear and then get hit and be like, okay, yeah, fair enough? No, you didn't. You just sat here endlessly rolling around on the mat thinking, oh, this is the end all be all. It's not. The problem with that is just like with grappling, if you don't know grappling, and you try to do martial arts, you're going to have a real hard time if you actually get in the ring with somebody that knows even a little bit of it. But much like with grapplers, if you are only grappling and you don't learn enough actual martial arts, you're going to have a problem when you get in the ring with somebody that's very skilled in martial arts, like hand-to-hand combat, like open-handed stuff, feet, hands, that stuff. You are going to have a huge problem because you're going to try to throw that person, and while you might be able to throw them, after you throw them, you better do something about those hands and legs because you're just getting knocked the fuck out. What do you think about a throw actually incapacitated somebody? Did you do something first? In Kung Fu, before we throw somebody, we usually do something first. Because you have to actually do something to stun them. Otherwise, 90% of the time, you think you're going to throw me, I'm reversing that. Yeah, like they try to do a shoulder throw the bajillion times somebody tried to do that ridiculous shoulder throw, and I literally just set lower and literally just wrenched and threw them anyway on a hip toss. And they're like, what the fuck did you just do? And I'm like, yep, that's what happens when you think you're better at grappling than the other person and you underestimated your abilities. I simply countered your throw. It's that basic. You want to know what else I can do? That at any moment in time you try to throw me, I can stand there and resist it. Did you know that? Most martial artists that are good on their feet, I will literally stand there and you will never fucking throw me. You will not even be able to pick me up because I can root myself. Yep. Can't do it. Yeah. It's part of it. So, just the nerve of some of these stupid fucking people that base it all on that. They think they're so badass and stuff like that. They don't know anything. They're just rolling around on the floor with the same people they always have. So stop doing your fucking gay shit and then claiming it's martial arts. Stop it. DWW or whatever the fuck it's called. What is this shit? DJJ or DW? Whatever the fuck it's called. DJJ, DW, whatever. I don't fucking know. I've seen both. This stupid shit typed into the title of a fucking video or something. And I'm like, what the fuck does that even stand for? DJ Donald Jackass Jewish fucks or something? I don't know. But like, you know, like the whole point is like stand on your own 2 feet. Tell me what it actually does. Show me what it actually does. And when you can't, endlessly, you know, I already showed you a technique. I had somebody in front of me. I did the technique to him. Okay? One. And it was badass. And you can't even deny that. And it was grappling. And that was one snake technique. Do you know how many animal techniques I had per level? Leopard, snake, crane, tiger, dragon. Do you know how many I had per level? 30. 30. And that was one. And I have to modify these for different attackers. I got to be able to do them off a kick, a punch, a grab, anything. That's how I got to be able to understand my techniques. And I had 30. Every animal. Every high level. And even some of those lower ones, I had 30 as well. The beginning. And you're sitting here going, oh, you know, just grab it here and it's like why everybody doesn't know what a roundhouse kick is. A roundhouse isn't a spinning kick. It's just not. It's almost like the huge amount of stupid fucking people that thought after seeing my front thrust kick that it wasn't actually a kick. You know why you think that, right? Do you know why? Because it's banned in UFC. Yeah, because the point is, if you do that to somebody, it literally collapses like their ribs or their lungs, or it damages things because they're running at you. Your body's weight pretty much goes into that kick. Pretty much, if you do it right. It's mainly their momentum, but if you're doing it right, you know how to root and use your own weight. Yeah, this is Sparta 300 where he kicks the guy. Valid, legitimate. Where he yelled, "This is Sparta," and he kicks him in the hole. That was a front thrust kick, done perfectly, actually, perfectly, because he actually kicked him up here just to sort of nudge him a little bit. It was on purpose. Yeah, he didn't want to have to kick him a second time. He didn't. Yeah, it was to get him moving backward. Perfection. Sometimes that's where you put that kick. Sometimes you put it in their chin. The sheer number of stupid people that thought that was, and then you don't understand that no, it's just that effective. Can't do it in UFC. Much like the bajillion other things that if I got in there, I'd break every fucking rule in seconds. And then they're like, he was harming me. I thought this was ultimate fighting. So you can't handle it. Oh, okay. So it's not ultimate fighting. It's cry, whine, baby, roll on the mat. Let's wrap our legs around each other and do more gay shit. This is the gayest fucking thing I've ever fucking seen. So super fucking gay. And then Donald Trump's like, "Yep, let's do this UFC fight. The most staged bullshit on in all of sports. UFC is more staged than professional wrestling is." Because in professional wrestling, a lot of times those guys actually don't fucking like each other and they're hitting each other. Yep, yep. I go off script a lot. The UFC, that shit's staged. They take dives all the time. They get paid to take dives all the time. I see very talented fighters taking dives all the time. They get paid off so that nobody else goes in there and beats that fighter. So they just perpetuate this shit. Yep, it's fake. But UFC, Ultimate Fighting Championship. I thought that was the World Contact Championship. I thought that was the World Contact Championship. I thought that's what that was. Because, my instructor took part in it and won the World Contact Championship. Yep. Thought that's what that was. Since, I know that from experience, from, again, my own instructor, his instructor, all those people that did do it, that I went to, martial arts school with. Yeah. And they told me about it. I saw videos, I saw the trophies, and decided just not to do it. Yeah. So again, that's the World Full Contact Championship. It's not UFC. It's continuous sparring where you get hit in the face and all that shit. You just keep going. You get a knockout, you obviously win, but you just keep going and they grade your performance. That's it. It's not UFC. That's real fighting. Yeah. They don't go in there not wearing the headgear and stuff so that, you got to be real careful. What a joke. What a fucking joke. So this is the reality. The martial arts community in America is a fucking joke, filled with people that just look big, bald, whatever, and they're intimidating. So therefore they get away with it. It's that simple. Ridiculous. I am sick and tired of stupid people putting some sort of momentary spin on people's appearance. Oh, you look this way, you got pink hair, you're bald, you are this. No, you're dumb. You're dumb. You're dumb. Most people shave their head and they're bald because their hair looks like shit. It's got nothing to do with martial arts. They don't want to be bald. No. And not only that, hair protects your head, even in martial arts. So they try to say that it's a weapon and stuff like that. They could keep it short. They could keep it short. It's an excuse. Yeah. Because the sweat actually runs down more and into your eyes and stuff. You would want that there. Trust me, the sweat is a pain in the ass. It really is. So, I'm gonna go ahead and get going now. Mike Schmidt 87. So again, real name, total real name. Now, obviously, this is a baseball player. But I've warned about this, even in this stream. Why are we still doing this? And then the first thing that you say is something very trolly. Wow. 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 What do you mean, no, you've been subbed for a while? What does that mean? I didn't say anything about subscriber mode only. Why are you saying that? I said nothing about it. Why are you saying it? Not a troll? I believe you. Is that why you typed in my chat with a name Mike Schmidt? After I said don't use your real name in my chat? Or you're gonna get blocked? Is that why? Because you want to get blocked? Is that your real name? Or is it an alias? Okay. Okay. That's fine then. Nope. I don't care. Now that I know it's not your real name, it's fine. I don't care. As long as it's not your real name, I'm fine. You know, I'll typically sit here and I'll ask that question, and then the goddamn trolls that come in, they won't answer my question. I'll sit here and ask, and I'll be like, is that a real name or isn't it? And they just won't answer. They'll just suddenly start ghosting. See, now you guys get what I'm saying? It's real rammy. It's kind of obvious. You're trying to interact with me, not just generally typing in the chat, interacting with me. Right as we're ending the stream, you're excited for the stream. You know, again, like just this type of behavior. Subbed for a while. Are you? Really? So if I go to my subscribers list, you're on it. If I do that right now, if I go to my subscribers list right now and I verify what you're telling me, you aren't going to be a liar. Is that what you're telling me? If I go in here and I go to my subscribers list and I actually look you up, you're going to be on there. Yes, absolutely. I've been there for a while. Okay. All right. Fair enough. All right. YouTube is trash, man. Like, why can't I? Oh, this is gonna take forever. There's no search feature. Oh my god, this is gonna take forever. I'm gonna have to actually look through. There's literally no fucking search feature. This is trash. This is fucking garbage. I have to literally look through a list. Oh, this is trash. Oh, this is so trash. It's gonna take forever. You gotta have a search feature, YouTube. This is trash. I can't search, I can't look through here normally. You have to literally just physically skim the entire list. This is trash. I should show you guys how trash YouTube is behind the scenes. I do show you how trash it is behind the scenes. But like that's what you got to realize about this is like YouTube works against you. It is so goddamn fucking trash. See, I didn't even wow, I didn't even know about that. Wow. Wow. So if you click on the bell and you look at the bell, what does it say? Does it say personalized or does it say all? If it says personalized, you will never get notified of the stream. So I'll be honest with you. Yeah, it all says I had to do this with this that Trump is doing this with people. I had to do this with Midas Touch. I had to do this with Pacman. I had to do this with Brian Tyler Cohen. It did it with everybody that talks political. It put it on even agenda free, even though they're not they try not to be political. Even on there. Even on there. Yeah. I mean literally that's a huge problem. And they don't do anything about it. Like why would you want that personalized? What does that mean? So like again, YouTube is doing that based on the data of what you watch. So again, it's learning what you do and don't watch and weeding that out. So that's messed up and it's clearly doing it wrong. Yeah, I'll be honest with you, you are not on this list. I am pretty good at skimming and at no point have I come across your name. No point. You are nowhere to be found. You are not a subscriber. You're not. You're not on here. Yeah, you're not. You're not. I'm telling you, you're not. Yeah, agenda free is good. You are not a subscriber. Yeah, I know. I know. That's what I'm saying. Like you clearly are, but you're not on my list. So that's your settings. Um, somewhere in your settings, you have it set to not show that you're a public subscriber. That's what it is. So if you're actually subscribed, somewhere in your settings, it's showing that you're, like essentially you don't want it to show that you're a subscriber of my channel. It's probably just your settings. So again, if we want regular people in this chat the way I'm being screwed with and people want to be able to type in it, it probably would be a good idea if you guys made sure that I can see that you are subscribed. Um but that is pretty sad. Do I want you to change that? No, I don't want to sit here and tell you what to do with your YouTube account. No. Don't ask me what I want you to do with your YouTube account, please. Do what you want to do with your YouTube account. But even those notifications, if you don't want them, then don't do it. But I was just telling you, it's most likely you didn't get a notification. You had said that it was a problem, but really YouTube sort of did that because people were getting bombarded with data notifications and stuff. So it was a way to combat that and put people on personalized. Because it's just like you'll start your phone up or you'll start your device up, and it's just, and that's data, man. So that could be some of that, but that's the issue. But yeah, Mike Schmidt, obviously I recognize the name. Cool Phillies baseball player, obviously. Obviously, being a Phillies fan myself, I recognize Mike Schmidt. Um, he was actually from Philly, I think. I don't Didn't he pass away? I think he's from Philly. So, um, pretty sure he is. All right. Well, I have to unfortunately get off the stream. Like I said, I am way late doing that now. I am really, really running out of time for the things I have to do. I need to go like now. So, thanks for watching. Um, sorry about the confusion with chat there. Um, if you're just a legitimate viewer, um, but we have a real serious stalking situation going on where at any given time, as you can see, somebody is in here trying to be noticed, spamming the confetti, all that, sending me stalking emails, doxing, all this stuff. So we very clearly have a serious situation, and somebody's just taking advantage of my chat anytime they can, and the stream, all that stuff. So, um, all right. Well, if you have those notifications on all, you should actually get a notification when I go live. That'll actually happen. But it's all about the fact that that little bell for those notifications gets changed to personalized. So that's a lot of it. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate that. Um I don't I want to remind you guys, I don't condemn, like, don't be nasty to these. Don't go and attack Joe Rogan. Don't do that. Okay? I don't want that. Okay? Don't go attack these people. Don't Just leave it alone, okay? All right? Just the point is we know this. The point is know it. The point is know that Joe Rogan is a goddamn fraud. Okay? Don't believe what he says about martial arts, okay? Guy's an idiot. Um quite frankly, this guy doesn't I question his education. Like, where did he even go to school? Like, does he even have a college education? This guy literally just got hit in the head a bunch of times. He sucked at USC and then started a damn podcast. It's literally that simple. He wasn't even that good at UFC. Okay? He was not a good UFC fighter by any means. Okay? Nobody thinks that. If anything, average at best. And the point is, like, when I see that sloppy kick and he's willing to put that on the internet and thinks that's great, I'm going to call that out. Or he's dipping his head way down. Wrong. Wrong. If I saw a student doing that in my class, you'd be doing kicks. You'd be practicing spins and kicks, and you'd be getting some stances and footwork training. Real quick, you are not flexible. He needs to stretch. He needs to actually do it. He's not flexible. That's all it is. A lot of that is flexibility. He's trying to do it. He just can't.